That's right. This is where that residence plan would be. This is the Santa Clara River, and you can see just how dry it is. It really stays like this year around, with the exception of when they get heavy rains in this area. But even then, the river will fill up for just a few hours before the water will continue traveling through to the Pacific Ocean. So that's where this residence plan comes into play. He is proposing that we build a dam right here in front of this bridge that would essentially block the water, forming a lake. Take a look. You may recognize these hands from a scene in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, but they're not Brad Pitt's as they appear to be in the movie. John Primick has been the pianist for some of the biggest films of our time.
I've done sidelining for films, and I was in the movie The Truman Show with Jim Carrey and Ed Harris.
But these days, John's using these talented fingers for a very different, unexpected passion born out of a random rainy day in 2017 that led him to build this entire water conservation concept.
I took my umbrella and I walked out on the Bouquet Canyon Bridge over here, and I'm looking at all this water going underneath the river, and I'm thinking, there must be a way we can hold this precious water back for our community.
He started doing all the research he could, finally coming up with a plan and building this model of Santa Clarita to showcase what he calls the Santa Clarita River Lake Project. With just some grading in this area of the river that's already there, and 2 new dams, here and here, John says the rainwater that typically flows right through the Santa Clara River into the Pacific Ocean could instead be captured and stored in a lake.
The river lake would be at the dam here. It's a very low-level dam. The dam is 12 feet high. So you can see there's not a lot of pressure. And it's a hydraulic dam. It goes up and down.
John says after about 4 years and 10,000 hours of research and conceptualizing, he started sharing this model with several legislators and local leaders, including the city of Los Angeles. Here at home, Santa Clarita Mayor Bill Miranda says he supports the project, but put out this video to residents asking them to attend a meeting held last week so they can learn more and share their thoughts on the idea.
We can conserve our water by incorporating more rainwater harvesting.
He wasn't available for an on-camera interview, but did tell us over the phone that the community will be the ones to determine if this project is viable.
If it's viable, then we go into the next phase and we find out, and this is where we work with the city, we find out if it's sustainable, right? We don't want a project where, we build something and then it's not sustainable, it can't last.
He and John say they've already spoken with numerous engineers about the concept, but as the details continue to iron out, they'll still need a lot of direction. Still, it's a vision John is ecstatic about as he shows the dry shrubs where a lake could one day be.
The dam would go right here.
Noting the environmental benefits as well.
We can use it for recreation, for sailing. We can also use it for a home for our endangered species.
Proudly showing what John says could serve as a prototype to help alleviate this severe drought as Californians continually find ourselves in. Now, John, that resident, says he's speaking with water infrastructure teams, he's speaking with engineers, but he's also trying to garner the support of this community. So if you would like more information about this project, this grassroots effort born right out of that living room, you can visit SantaClaritaRiverLake.com.